Alright, so we're going to go inside the bus now. Let's go. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the driving area here. First thing I want to point out is this thing right here. You have a huge space in here. When I was on tour in this bus, I used to put my all my clothes and everything in here while the rest of the band was in the back. But you can put whatever you want in here. This is your bus. I'm not going to tell you how to run your bus. But luggage and stuff went up here, tools, anything like that went up here. This was my area. So step on in here. So this is the driving area. Very straightforward. This is for your door. Here, go look out the window there. See, look, the door moves. And to lock it down, I just kind of, yeah. So here, very straightforward. You have your steering wheel, brakes, your gas pedal. You've got shifter is here with the parking brake right down here. Don't worry, you don't need to show that. And a specialty gaff taped cup holder. Works very, very well. In here, you've got your lights. The lights, they do work. And a couple other switches here that I don't use ever. You have a high idle switch. This bus, the coach AC, the actual bus AC, and the bus heat do not work. That is why I put supplemental heat and air conditioning on this bus. It does cool down in the summer and does heat up in the winter very, very well. We have the unconnected CB radio. If you want to hook it up, it does work. I have tested this. It does actually work. Alright. Horn. Well, I got the battery shut off right now, so it's not going to actually honk. But it does work. Your high beam's on your left foot, and you have another horn button on your left foot. Let's see. In here, up here is that Magnum Inverter, a 3000 watt inverter that I was telling you that doesn't work anymore, and have not gotten around to replace it. But that control is right here. Very, very easy right there. Window works. Pretty much your standard driving area. There really isn't that much to cover. The seat does adjust and going this way. Does not go up and down, and the steering wheel does not tilt. It's a 1985. What can I tell you? All right, fuel gauge is right here. That works. That's right here. This is your speedometer. The speedometer and the odometer do not work on this bus, unfortunately. And actually, I think I overestimated how much was actually on here. Again, I don't use this stuff very often for actually figuring this out. I have a GPS with a mount up here. It's a RAM mount. It does come with it. It does come with the bus. Definitely an added bonus. But this is saying 583,937 miles. That's when that stopped working. I've probably put on, since I've owned the coach, probably close to 40,000 miles. Air gauge definitely works. It has a new air compressor. The whole air system has been gone through and updated. The air compressor, the dryers, the purge valves, all that stuff. The brakes have been adjusted. You're all set and good to go. Coolant gauge does not work, but I do test it every once in a while to make sure. It is a very simple fix. It's just a sensor on the engine. Just haven't been able to get around to it. In your oil PSI, that works. This thing runs like new. I got it rebuilt about 20,000 miles ago. It definitely works. Your washer does work on here for your windshield. There isn't really too much air in here. It is air operated, it's a pneumatic system. I have upgraded the transmission on the wipers. The wiper does actually work. That one broke. This one out here did break, so it is disconnected but can be easily reattached and fixed. It's a very simple thing. I just haven't been able to get around to it. Again, this is a project bus. I haven't been able to get enough time into it. Let's see. I think you have a little right here. Your little armrests here. This is where the radio used to be. Took that out. Don't need it. No, I just kind of put random stuff in there. So you have a little thing right here. Yeah. The only other thing is you have some hooks back here. I've got random keys, locks. You can put whatever you want up there. You can put a jacket up there if you really wanted to. It doesn't. This is your thing. All right. So now we come to the front lounge. I'm gonna say these things as if like it's an entertainer coach because that's the way it was designed. The front lounge in here is pretty spacious. This is like as if you're getting a 45-foot coach. This is how the entertainer coaches are. There's no slide outs on it, which in my opinion is really good for something like this, especially being something this old. Let's work our way from the top to the bottom here. Top, we have our air conditioner. This is the one that I said stopped blowing cold air, but it does turn on and it does blow air, so it does help a little bit. I usually just throw in one of the portable air conditioners. We have all LED lights running down the bus. You can probably see all of them. Two here, one back there for the front lounge. That switch is located up front. Don't worry, you don't need to show that. It's just a switch. It's just a switch. But that's so then when you walk into the bus, you can flip the switch on. You have instant light. So something that you're not gonna get on like any Class A motorhome or even a Prevost or anything like that are these big cabinets up here. And we have tons of space up here. I mean, literally tons of space. We've used them for pantries, cooking, miscellaneous stuff. I've had bands in here have merch up here. You can literally hang on these things too. They're super strong. They're very, very well built. All right, you do have a TV right here. It's an older TV, but it works. It is on a swivel. That way then, if you're sitting right here, right at the table working on something, you can just go ahead and just slide that right on over and watch TV, or swing it on this way, and now the whole couch can watch it. This table is in really, really good condition. This thing, I've had 2 laptops on here while on tour. Very, very sturdy table. Very, very great. All right. Oh, one of the things that I forgot to mention about these cabinets here are these little accent pieces. I got 3 of them in here. This was a tour bus. People drank on this bus. They are bottle openers as well. Just want to throw that out there because, come on, and that's kind of cool. All right, the next thing, I have cup holders. Yes, they are plastic cup holders. It's a project bus. This is one that I built. I kind of cheaped out on the cup holders. But we have 2 cup holders, one there, one here. The glass in here is in good condition except for this one. This one here, it's sealed. You can see I'm running my hand over it. I'm not getting cut or anything. It does not bend. It still is intact and in good condition. You just can't see out of it. But who cares? Well, I don't really care. You might. Either way, this is still good. Let's see now. All these windows in here, they have curtains on them. So they do cover the whole thing. They are not blackout curtains, but they definitely block out a lot of light. And all of them have it up here. Alright, we'll go ahead and move on to this thing right here. This right here is your diesel heater controller. This is that first one that we saw underneath in that first bay. This is a very simple thing. Click it on, turns on. Click it off, turns off. Very simple, and the dial there to control your temperature. Alright, so we've covered this side besides the TV. Well, we've gotten the TV. One thing I would like to point out too, right underneath the TV there are 4 outlets. I plan that to be kind of an area for the entertainment stuff, so a little bit extra power there. Alright, so this area right here is a full-size couch. I fit 7 people on this couch before up front here. This is a very big couch. It's very comfortable. It has some storage underneath. Again, this is not finished. This whole bus is not finished. This is meant to be a project, and I'm handing this project off to somebody else. Do with it what you want. But down here there's storage. A lot of storage. Literally, you can put anything down there. This bus is meant to have 12 people on it. So literally, when I had, the most I ever had on here was 10 people, and we still had extra storage left over with merch, gear, you know, drums, guitars, everything. We had a lot of room. All right, so the next thing that we're going to look at is the Galley here. This thing it's very simple. It's meant for function. You have a 2-burner cooktop here. It is electric. This coach has no propane on it. It's 0 propane, all electric, except for the diesel heaters. Diesel heaters are the only thing on here that actually requires an external fuel, and the generator, which is gas. But everything here works. The outlet works right here. You've got a fancy whiteboard here. The water does turn on and works. You've got yourself a nice little drawer here. Screws included. Plenty of space underneath here. It's an unfinished cabinet. Again, this is a project. I've worked on this for a few years on and off, so there are some things here and there that, you know, need a little bit of help. But pretty solid countertop here, very sturdy. Has not proven me wrong yet. I've put a lot of stuff on here, Keurigs, whatever you call this, the cooktop, toaster ovens, the pizzazz. If you ever heard about a pizzazz, right there, you put it right here, perfect. All right, moving on down here. This is still part of the Galley area. You've got yourself a microwave that does work. That does work, and it is in there too. You are not getting that thing out. Space for a bigger fridge. The old one did go out on me last year or 2 years ago, so I got this, and it even comes with a shock top. Comes with a shock top. Fridge, freezer, little thing here just to kind of get us by. I put 2 mini fridges here the last time we went camping. Let's see. Smoke alarm, carbon monoxide detector. You need to have one in here. It does work, and I have proven it. All right, the bathroom. Now let me just say, this door is awesome. Quick story here, Jello Off-Road was on this bus at one point in time when I was on tour. Broke the damn thing out. Ripped the whole door off at one point, but don't worry, it's fixed, it's good to go. Alright, now we'll step into the bathroom here. Now this is the most incompleted part of the whole bus is right here. But you have a working toilet. It does flush. It keeps the stank out. That's the best part. But when you do end up stinking it up in here. You have your fantastic fan, 3-speed. Don't worry, there's going to be some noise. Yeah, there it is right there. There's some branches and stuff in there. I haven't cleaned it out exactly 100% yet. But that works. I usually just keep it open because that's why I put that vent right on top of it. All right, I'm going to sneak out of here. This is the other part of the bathroom. Just go ahead and just sneak on in there. Yep. That's where the shower is supposed to go. So this is the least completed part of the whole bus right there. All right, now we can move on into Bunk Alley. Bunk Alley, come this way. All right, Bunk Alley here. You have 12 bunks in here. Each one is exactly the same, except for a couple ones. Let's see. Each one of these things, each one of these bad boys has a light in it and an outlet. Very, very comfortable mattress. Right, Jen?
Yes.
Yes. It's a very comfortable mattress. We have laid in it many times. And each one of these are, I mean, some of them have the yellow lights, some of them have these LED lights. It's just depending on what we were doing on tour at that time. I will provide the sheets and the pillows. Don't you worry about that. But there are 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bunks. If you have a large family, this is great for you. Right here, this right here is your 15,000 Btu air conditioner. This thing blows so cold you would not even believe. This will literally keep the entire bus cool during the summer. It works very, very well. Again, you've got the LED lights that are running down here, and the switch is right next to that first light. Don't worry, you don't need to show that. So another thing about here too, these curtains, this curtain, and then there's one right behind going from the galley into here. This can be totally separated off from, you know, if you're having like a party or something on here, or you're having people over, you can close that curtain off, and now this is your area, and you can entertain your guests up front, no problem. Which is also why the bathroom's up there. I don't understand why some coaches have bathrooms all the way in the back. All right, now we'll move into the back lounge. Go ahead and put that curtain up. All right, the back lounge. It's not very big, but it is very nice. This thing here, these right here, this covers up your engine right here. You do have an engine access, which is very, very useful. And if you're handy like how I am, I made sure to keep this all up and, you know, readily accessible at any point. And no, I'm not afraid to show you guys how these things actually work. Right here, you just pop this up right here. There you go. Top of the engine access makes it very, very easy to do top engine work or whatever that you're trying to do. All right, come on back here. I know it's going to be tight on the camera. We are recording this thing with an iPad. You have another TV back here with an antenna, over-the-air antenna. It does work pretty well. Again, tour bus, bottle openers were a necessity. You can take it out if you need it. This window back here does open. It might be a little tough right now to open it, but it does open, trust me. That would be the first time this entire season that I would open it. Don't worry, I'll get it open before this thing is sold to you. You've got curtains just like up front on both windows. And a little extra thing that my contractor really enjoyed doing, this is where the old bathroom used to be. There is an emergency button here that does ring the buzzer up front in the driver's area. You got your cup holders, you've got outlets back here, and you have a nice little coat rack. This is a really good place for the kids or for pretty much anything. This whole bus is modular, so if you wanted to change something like how we were originally going to do, we were going to take out these back 6 bunks and extend this out to make a bigger bedroom. Let's see, I think, well, there's two more things back here. You have another diesel heater back here. This right here is your control for it. Works very, very well, and that's the one that's in the actual engine bay. And they're running right now too, and you probably cannot really hear it. And it's warm in here. This is definitely very, very warm. It's probably about 40 to 45 degrees outside. It's a little chilly. All right, so the only other thing that I have to say about the interior of this bus is right here. You've got a nice area to put stuff on. You can put DVDs down here, or books, or video games, or anything. You can even put a PlayStation or Xbox right here.
Snacks.
You can put snacks in here too. You can put snacks anywhere in this bus. But there is one of these on each side. I mean, this bus is extremely comfortable. It's might not be the nicest looking bus. It is a project bus. Keep that in mind. It's not perfect. But this bus can get you within a month if you really, really work on it. You can really, you know, make it to how exactly you want it. Other than that, if you're interested in the bus in whatever reason, you can go ahead and email me at badkatzproductions@gmail.com. It's BADKATZ productions@gmail.com. That is the best way to email or to reach me. Otherwise, there is a thing on Facebook. All you have to type in is MCI or 1985 MCI 96A3 tour bus, and it will come up. Other than that, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call me. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it.